Hello, hello.
All right, guys. So, as you can see today, I am wearing the best jersey in the world, the jersey of the Black Stars Bottling Company of Ghana. Yes. I'm- and I mean, okay,
Correct.
so I'm doing this live with my brother Sarah Football because from the start of this AFCON, we have been talking about how far the Black Stars can go and the fact that they were on their way home. Despite all the signs, my brother refused to accept the word of the Lord.
I'm not correct.
Sarah, just tell me how was yesterday for you? Just walk me through the emotions, everything about yesterday. How was yesterday from beginning to end? Tell me.
I think heartbreak defines it accurately. It was heartbreaking, especially the manner in which it happened. Didn't expect Ghana to lose like that, but it happened, and the Black Stars capitulated. That's the word. And the dynamics of the game, they could not hold on for 6 minutes to a two-goal lead. If you can't do that, I don't think you deserve to be in the competition. It's as simple as that.
Okay, but I'm I mean, at the point you guys were 2 goals up. You were
Yeah,
2 goals up. Like just see. And then in after 90 minutes, you guys bottled a 2 goal lead. What emotions did you run through during that timeline?
I didn't get you. What?
Like you guys were 2 goals up as at 90 minutes, and then at the end
Yeah.
of the game, it was a 2-all draw. Like just walk me through how you felt during 90 minutes and how you felt at extra time.
Yeah, no, great. So at 90 minutes, I thought it was done and dusted. I was not even on the pitch at the time. I went to the media center and it was later we saw it on the TV that they had scored one goal. I was like, okay, a consolation goal. Then they scored another one. I was just dumbfounded. I didn't know how it was just shock, basically. Shock throughout and it it wasn't palatable. Ghana out, probably,
Okay,
but we'll have to wait and see for the other results. They're still mathematically in it, but I don't think a team like this deserves to progress. It don't deserve to progress to the next round.
but but first of all, I know it's mathematically possible that Ghana can qualify, but quite frankly, remember, it is the hope that kills, my brother.
Yeah, it is actually, but hope is
Hope
free.
that
I would rather have hope than to be dejected.
kills.
Yeah,
Okay, but see my question now. Where did it go wrong for the Black Stars? If you want to blame one person, if you want to pick on one person and make it somebody's fault or a group of people, the players, the coaches, whose fault exactly? Where did it go wrong for the Black Stars? They have basically not won a game in how many editions of the AFCON? Where did it go wrong?
start with the manager. His changes were not the best. It's a systemic problem. I think Nigeria too has been through such a problem before. It's a systemic problem in Ghana football right now. Interference in call-ups, interference in player selection, managers making the wrong substitutions. It's a combination of all that has brought us here. It's systemic and it has seen us drop out of two AFCON groups in the group stages. So it's horrible. To say the least. Footballing nation like Ghana, who pride ourselves in football, the best football, and this is happening to us in two consecutive AFCONs. It's just unfortunate, I have to say.
I mean, okay, so it's just unfortunate that Ghana were knocked out. Now, I watched your game live against Egypt. I was not at the stadium for the game against Mozambique, and quite frankly, I thought you guys would make. Well, I always thought you guys would find it difficult, but not in the manner it went. I saw Kudu score two amazing goals, goals that are world class any day, anytime, and I saw Ghanaian players give out offerings to Egypt to equalize both times, right? These times it was a bunch of different players giving out this offering. The question is, What needs to change for Ghana in defensive midfield and central defense for all of this to stop happening?
What should defensive midfield? I didn't get
What
that.
what needs to change for Ghana in central defense and defensive midfield to ensure that there's 100% concentration to the final whistle?
It's all about concentration, keeping the concentration, and the coach thinking that defending is going to get you far. Like the best way to defend is to attack. When we're more attacking and more progressive, we scored goals. So why are you reverting to playing defensive and waiting for players to run onto it? Like you're waiting for them to attack you without
Yeah.
making you're opening yourself to an attack and not preventing the attack by keeping the ball and passing it among yourself. The coach got it wrong. The substitutions were off. The personnel he called on to replace those on the pitch off. So the back end to the manager, he's to blame for everything that we're currently going through. So that is it.
Okay. Before we talk about the Super Eagles and their chances, I have to do this dance with the Ghanaian jersey.
I'm going off right now.
All right. So away from the Black Stars Sporting Company, we've seen the Super Eagles play three tough games. In fact, the game that they drew was the game they were. It was the game that was termed their easiest game because they had so many chances in that game, but just could not convert. Then Cote d'Ivoire, they led against Guinea-Bissau. We won by an own goal. Forget the fact that Ghana and Nigeria no dey gree. Forget the fact that Ghana and Nigeria no dey gree. How
Mhm.
far do you think the Super Eagles can at this time?
I'm not trying to predict the outcome at this point because I don't know what to expect anymore. Anything is possible. Anyone can go anywhere as far as they can. On the day of the match, they decide to focus enough and be try to do the right things. I think it will go well with you if the right things are done by the coach, in substitutions, in selections, by the players, in decision making in the final third. So it depends on how far Nigerian players think they can go. I think, yeah, that's what I'll say right now. How far they think they can go is how far they can go.
Okay, you made a video recently about Atamagian and his post, kind of like ridiculing the Ghanaian national team, the Black Stars, right? Do you Was there issues with the way Gian left the national team? Did he feel disrespected, and does it warrant the post that he made about the team and their supposed exit?
I think Jan is still in pain. Yeah, it's as simple as that. He's still in pain. It's obvious because why make that post at this time? Especially so if what Jan is trying to say is that if right now, which I know will not happen, Ghana somehow qualify with 2 points, would he still stand by that post because they've qualified? He's trying to essentially say that because of how we treated him in the national team in the which was not right by any means. That is why we are going through this. Is that what Jan is saying? So if Ghana qualifies right now, will he still be singing that tune? I don't know. I think it was a bit premature for him to post this. The exit
Kwaku,
should have been
okay,
confirmed.
he's
Yeah.
saying if Ghana qualifies, it's the hope that kills.
Yeah. I'm not hopeful for anything per se. I'm just it's the facts or the facts out there. It's the
Yes.
facts out there. So it's not about hope or anything. We are out. In my mind,
Okay.
we are out. But the players are still in town. So it mathematically means that they CAF has told them to still stay around because of some. So as they are not out mathematically, it's it's still open. But I don't think
Okay.
they deserve to go through it.
Okay, before I go back to Nigeria, can I ask you about the relationship between the Black Stars of Ghana and the media? We saw videos yesterday of the media journalists supposedly stopping the Black Stars from leaving the stadium and asking that they come down and do their mixed zone interviews. I mean, what is that about? The relationship between the players, the Black Stars, and the press?
I can't speak to that right now. I think those that were there would be best suited to answer this question. I was not there for long enough to be able to speak to that. So unfortunately, I can't speak to that right now. I can't speak to that. I wasn't there throughout, and I cannot narrate what happened. So yeah, I cannot
Now,
speak to that.
okay. My my biggest pain about this life is that I'm doing this life off my phone and not off my laptop. I would have wanted to plug in your prediction for the game when you said that the Black Stars will win by 7. I really would have loved to plug in your prediction. I am pained that I'm not doing this life off my laptop. I'm really, really
Oh, you
pained.
can laugh
But
now. You can laugh now. Ah, yeah, you deserve it. You can laugh now. Deservedly, you can laugh now.
okay,
Sounds
so
good.
um, Ghanaians have said Chris is taking the Black Stars nowhere, basically. Nigerians before the AFCON have also called for the head of Jose Pesero. Are these two giants of Africa stuck in a managerial turnaround that make no sense? Or does Nigeria have the better manager?
What do you think? I think you should answer that. Does Nigeria have a better manager?
Oh, but I don't know.
Based on the results, based on the results currently, probably they do. Based on today's results, yesterday's results, they probably do. Because he found a way to make things work in a
Yesterday
way.
was a
Yes,
yesterday was a bad game for the Super Eagles. It was one of our worst games for the Super Eagles in terms of how we played.
by the end, the
Inability
result counts. So it's a result.
see, Nigerian Twitter was on meltdown yesterday. They were dragging everybody in the team, beginning to end, from Victor Osimhen to Kenneth Omero. They dragged
Wow.
everybody in that on Twitter yesterday. That they were not playing well. They dragged everybody. I mean, Nigerians do not hold anything back. If you play rubbish, even if you are their guy, they will tell you straight immediately that you played terribly. You understand? So, but away from all of this, we are most likely going to meet either Cameroon or Guinea. The last game we played against Guinea, Guinea flogged us 2-0. Our last game coming into this AFCON. And now Cameroon is also an option. You understand? Are we are we following you? I understand that you are on your way now back to Elubo, so you can go to Ghana. Are we following you at the next?
You could be following us, so you never know. So enjoy this now. Enjoy.
Okay, all right. So the the last thing that actually matters to me on this life is you guys have about 4 home-based players in your team. If I
Three,
am
three,
if
three.
3 home-based players, right? And they are all outfield players.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, good. Now, the local league in Nigeria gets a lot of stick, and understandably why. Our best legs are shipped to Europe almost immediately, right? And some people made a post about our best players never being at home, and I agree. But someone said something that you can have the best player in a position in the local league for a year and heaven will not fall. Let's talk about trusting players from the local leagues with the national team. Do you think we need to do more in trusting local lads with national team invite across Ghana and Nigeria?
I think it's not about trusting the local guys. It's about developing the systems that the local leagues use. The systems that they use to train their players in the local leagues. Adopt a system that is international standard and players that are of international caliber. It won't matter where they are playing if the systems and standards are top notch. So if your players are in your local league and they have the European standards or the world standards or the best standards, you will not even have to
Yeah,
talk plenty for them. So it will be
yeah.
very simple. So it's about setting up or improving the standards in those leagues, in our local leagues, that is. So yeah, there's that. That's supposed to be
Okay,
the, that's supposed to be what we should be focusing on, and not about the local play. The standard is low, so the quality will be low, and indirectly you can't put in, players who lack quality ahead of others who have clear quality. So improve the quality in both leagues, local leagues, and we won't have a problem.
okay. Make a bold call. Who wins this AFCON for you?
Ha, 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 ha. I am
Who
done
wins?
predicting the AFCON, but probably Senegal will retain it.
Senegal, or
Might retain it.
if you have to pick a second choice, Super Eagles. Oh yeah, now
All
no
right.
wahala. Let us do this again when the AFCON, when we cross the round of 16. By that time, I expect you're going to be at home lounging. When we cross the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and get to the final and win the cup. I know that I am dreaming myself. I know I'm also dreaming.
Thank you for saying that.
Thank you very much, man.
All right.
Very much. All right, thanks. All right.